Welcome back. Let's play some 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Good luck. Approach the king by surrounding him. So, this is to say, like, if you're approaching the king just by checking and checking and checking, what do you think's going to happen? Believe it or not, there is a streamer who does play the game that way. And you can see their results. And sometimes they do have good results, but it's not necessarily as a result of their attacking style. Yeah, there are effective ways to approach the king, and there are less effective ways. Further, the better you know your Suma Shogi, the better you will do at finding a clean approach. Alright, so obviously my opponent intends bishop here to try to hit my rook. But a focal point of this opening is to attack on this file. So I'm going to attack this way regardless. It just might take me a minute to get set up to do that. Now this goes up. This ascends. Well, also, like, normally with the Urashino attack, the idea is to drop back the bishop, which I haven't done here. My opponent is, like, clearly intending to invade on their rook file. And so that's where they're going to invade. Here I've kind of mishmashed two openings because I've blocked my bishop, which is not great. I'll defend this knight. Yes, I've opened this point. Yes, if bishops exchange, it gets pretty hairy. But that's not where we're at right now. Alright. This... I don't know where we're at anymore. We could be anywhere. They've built the fortress. I'm going to advance as far as I can over here, as this will improve my endgame chances ever so slightly. Likewise, I'll deny my opponent this opportunity, as it will make a slight endgame difference. I'm still divided. Well, it's too late to bring my gold up to defend this head. It's too late for that. So I need to find some other point. All right. Yeah, no kidding. Welcome to my channel. We've entered my domain now. Alright, so... Okay, I will bring this closer to my castle. Yes, it invites a bishop drop, but I'm okay. Their bishop's going to promote somehow through this mess. Or they'll end up getting a bishop drop that's favorable. And I won't. That's why my gold should be over here. But, eh. I could have advanced this bishop in front of my king. I'm not... No, that's not great. A rook's not going to help me too much here. Their castle's just slightly too well constructed for me to take it out with just a rook. Being Fugira, being without a pawn in hand, kind of sucks. The silver in front of this pawn is probably what makes this unique. But I don't have a way to reverse that now. Hmm. Yeah, it looks like I need to open the center file. That way if bishops do get exchanged, I can maybe drop a bishop here, forking this and gold. And then bishop takes gold and gold drop and try to invade there and try to push this. It's still not enough. That's weird. That's super weird. Um... Hmm. Fine. Here we go. I was debating trying to invade on this file, but it's just never going to prevail. They do have a pawn in hand, so I'm taking this way. Bishop takes. Surely. I guess they're looking before they leap, but there's not a whole lot to look at, is there? Okay, I have a bishop in hand. Their rook has moved away from a potential fork that I was pointing out earlier. We've blocked this diagonal with 4 different pieces, so that's not where my bishop's going. Where is my bishop going? I couldn't tell you, but not this diagonal that has all the pieces on it. Unless all those pieces get cleared off. Which could happen. I couldn't tell you what's about to happen
7分
next. Well, my bishop does not get trapped this way, so let's do it. Okay. Where's the trick? Aye. This is gonna get ugly. Alright. Fine. You know, maybe I needed a knight. Maybe a knight was all I needed. Go on then, pawn drop. Let's see it. Hmm. I was debating bishop takes. It looks quite tempting. It still looks tempting. Yeah, let's try it. I'm already screwed. How much more can I lose this? I could push the edge. Maybe that was the correct thing to do. I just don't have the firepower to back it up. Well, now I have a knight drop. Just kind of cool. Um, hmm.
5分。
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, pushing my rook pawn was a mistake earlier. Um, mhm. Well, at least we got a unique board position. At least there was something to think about. Oh, wow. I'm more cooked than I thought I was. That's news. Um, hmm. Pawn drop again. Hmm. I'm seeing a pattern. They just drop all the pawns in front of my castle, and I've moved away all of my pieces. So, it is what it is. It would have helped if I didn't give their king an escape square. On the bright side, this pawn is not hanging just yet. Alright, you get to take out everything over here. At least my king lives for a few more seconds. If we add up enough seconds, maybe I'll actually somehow win on time. But yeah, approach the opposing king by surrounding it, and this is not surrounding the opposing king. It's not what the proverb author had in mind. Okay. See, that's what surrounding the king looks like. So my rook is going to have to defend this point because my gold is responsible for this point.
3分、
That's strong. Okay. Yeah, I have to allow that. Pretty much any way I go here, they have check on the next move. If they had a gold general, well, they can easily take one.
2分30
They'd
秒。
have checkmate. I don't know how I pretend to put up resistance here. Hmm.
2分、
Let's go there. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't even drop where I want to drop the pawn. That's funny. Alright, we'll preserve some honor. Thanks for the game. 1 down, 2 to go. Good luck. So I have not gotten to this chapter in Sato's book yet. In Seigo Sato's 4th file Rook strategy. So I don't know how 4th file against 4th file is supposed to go. I think allowing this pawn tension's fine. We'll find out in just a second if it's not. It's probably better that I take it, but I think this is okay. You know what? Let's try this. Who needs generals protecting their king anyway? Okay, this does have to retreat due to a tactic. Otherwise, my opponent would just promote on the spot. Still, like, their bishop can't attack. Their silver's way back here. It's going to take some time for them to bring together a compelling attack. Um, I'm gonna grab a pawn just to make this more exciting and pretend that I know what I'm doing. There we go. I got me a pawn. I'll defend this pawn. And I think I've just confused my opponent in as much as one possibly could. Um, okay, we'll just build the fortress. This goes up. This goes up. I could drop back the silver, but I've made my point. Yeah, it's an interesting comparison. Um, this can only end well. They're not going to push the edge file. I gave them all the initiative in the world and they didn't want it. Okay. Yeah, I had started to hear about... Oh, okay, they just want the lance. That's fine. That gets my rook trapped. Well, it's fine. Whatever. So I started to hear about that situation. Obviously, people who pay some attention to VTuber news have some idea what that's about. Other people, probably not. Um, so, yeah, initially it just seemed like, well, I don't know. It's interesting what their business model was to begin with and how it was so different. Um, yeah, I mean, what does it even mean at this point for that to be criminal? Um, all right, so I'll take one of these. But yeah, they offered a different business model where, like, you can be in their business or affiliated with them freely, and you can join in part and whatever, and still keep your intellectual property or whatever that was, unless I'm confusing them with someone else.
7分。
And perhaps I am. So, like, they offer this thing that in that realm, as compared to other businesses, yeah, right. Yeah, there's always a catch. And apparently that's the catch. Is you operate with different rules and you get different consequences. And maybe somebody ends up spending time in some prison or something. I don't know how that works, but it's deeply unfortunate. People worked a lot. And apparently, there was a fundraiser, apparently for charity, but I don't run one of these institutes or groups or organizations that has so many confusing contracts. I couldn't tell you like how it was supposed to work other than what people are saying. Um, I'm not going to wax political on the US crypto situation, but it's curious. But yeah, we have rules and policies, and these exist for reasons. Um, and if you operate by different rules, you can get different outcomes. And people might be quite upset about that. Interesting. Wait a second. Now this pawn's not hanging. Alright, we're gonna attack and defend this pawn. My opponent knew that I was gonna do this, but did they know I was gonna do that? No. Maybe I'm attacking a different direction too. They're just instantly moving no matter what I do. Oh, they stopped. I made a move that had a consequence. Yay, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this is the natural reply, sure. I hadn't thought it out beyond this point. Let's go defend that. Hmm.
$5
Hmm. Okay, we're gonna back out and see how many pieces I hang in the process of evacuating. I've still got one hell of a castle here. Although knight drop forking king in gold would definitely have been the way to go earlier. Um, Interesting. Hmm. I have to take that. It's too... Well, no. Yeah, no, my king's in too much peril for me to not take it. Which way do I take it? It's not gonna matter much. Gonna lose my dragon. Yep, my dragon is lost. Fine. Alright. Oh wait, I took that. There was nothing defending it. I miscounted. I thought they had a third piece lined up here. Um, I was willing to accept this situation even if I had to give this away. But Now I'm up a dragon from where I thought I was a second ago. That's pretty cool. I'm going to avoid the corner because there's going to be some stupid tactic on this diagonal sometime. Um, hmm. Tactics, tactics everywhere. Okay, I got a knight. I can drop the knight and get the gold back. But then I give them another knight to attack me with. Let's do it. My knight and dragon can gang up on their king. I seem to have their attention. Okay. This horse is still hanging.
3分、
And they're gonna sack here. Um... Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna attack this way. Strange.
2分30秒。
I think I tricked them into this here. Yeah, this king has got to dodge forward, and I don't know how safe it is in the center of the board with all my pieces attacking. Especially now that I can get this gold general. But if they go to the side, I also get the gold. I think if I'd given them a tempo, they would have protected against this, like push the pawn or something. So, well, I don't know. If I'd taken this, they probably would have taken back. Regardless. Oh, well, okay then. Let's go. We'll just pretend I did this through a different move order. And nobody has to know. Let's see. I don't want to give away the knight. Not yet. Thanks, Ruben. 2 down, 1 to go. Good luck. So I've been reading Seigo Sato's fourth Valric strategy. I've only gotten like 50. Alright, take care. I've only gotten about 50 pages into it. And there's many, many pages to read, so perhaps playing some more games will motivate me to better study this stuff. But yeah, building Mino castle's not a bad idea. Maybe I... No. Wait, what happens if I take this? Bad things happen. Very bad things happen if I take that. Um... Hmm. Hmm. Bad things happen if I don't take it, too. Alright, let's expose my rook a bit. Hmm. I'll try this. I'll see just how hot the water is that I just landed in. Um, just keep principled here. You get a promotion, I get a promotion. Okay, you get my piece, I don't get stuff. I don't get nothing. Maybe it's fine. Who needs pieces? Okay. Um, hmm. Um, all right, I need to defend my king. Mm-hmm. Huh. So I've got some pawns. This seems like a sensible way to approach.
7分
Okay. I need to cut this diagonal. Um, all right. This is still a pressure of some sort. That's extraordinary. All right, I'll promote. now I'm only mostly dead here. I guess I could push this edge point. No, everything's risky, but um, is that mate? It doesn't look like mate. Which way do I go here?
5分。
Oh, that is checkmate. Thanks for the game. Alright, well that's 3 games. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.